Hi, and thanks for watching. This video shows the basic steps to close the books on a fiscal year. First, we need to stop people from posting transactions in the previous year. One way to do this is to set up a date range for posting in the General Ledger Setup window. Set Allow Posting From to January 1st in the new fiscal year. To allow ourselves and maybe others to post in the previous year, we'll set individual date ranges in User Setup. These override settings in General Ledger Setup. We'll create a new fiscal year before we close the previous. Years and accounting periods are used for page filters and report parameters. On Home, under Setup and Extensions, Manual Setup, Finance, we find accounting periods. Choose Create New Year. Specify the start date of the year. 12 periods with a period length of 1M, which is 1 month. This creates a new fiscal year, and we're ready to close the previous. There are a few optional activities for closing periods. We might need to make general ledger adjustments in journals. For adjustments, we'll prefix dates with a C for closing entry. Financials omits closing entries in reports unless we specify otherwise, and we can use the date to identify closing entries. We'll use this to post adjustments that we don't need to report to management, but do need for accounting reports. If final adjustments distribute amounts across multiple general ledger accounts or dimensions, we'll use recurring journals because they allow allocations as percentages, quantities, or amounts. For example, if departments are set up as dimensions, we can distribute rent expenses across departments. We also want to make sure we posted all open documents for the previous year, like orders, invoices, and purchase invoices. To ensure that reports for year-end correctly assess balances for customers, vendors, and bank balances, we need to adjust currency exchange rates. We can update the rates manually or use a service. Afterward, we'll run the Adjust Currency Exchange Rates batch job to adjust gains and losses in the ledgers. To ensure adjustments are correct, we can run various reports. For General Ledger, there are various trial balance reports. For example, a detailed trial balance or trial balance report. For customers and vendors, the Aged Receivables and Aged Payables reports are often useful. For sales tax reporting, run the Sales Tax Collected report. When ledgers are up to date, we can close a fiscal year. We don't have to, but closing enables financials to give us filtering options. On the Accounting Periods page, choose Close Year. When periods are closed, the Closed and Date Locked checkboxes are selected. We can't reopen the fiscal year or clear the checkboxes. Although a fiscal year is closed, we can still post general ledger entries to it. When we do, the Prior Year Entry checkbox on the entry is selected. We've closed a fiscal year and posted adjustment entries. Now we'll close the income statement and transfer the net income for the year to an account under owner's equity on the balance sheet. We'll use the Close Income Statement batch job, which processes general ledger accounts of the type Income Statement, creates entries that reverse their balances, and puts the entries in a journal for posting. We'll fill in the fiscal year ending data, select a journal template, a journal batch, give it a document number, and select the retained earnings account. Financials generates a general journal we can review before posting. All entries are marked as closing entries. If we didn't specify a retained earnings account in the batch job, we'll enter a line with a balancing entry that posts the net income to the correct general ledger account. Now we'll post the journal. Afterward, we can run trial balances, accounts receivable, and accounts payable reports. That's it. We're ready for a new year. Thanks for watching this video about how to close a fiscal year in financials.